Hey, what's up guys? Hope you're having a good day. Today here in the shop we're working on something a little bit special. We're always working on something cool and special here. So many projects in the works. Got a lot of knives. I just finished heat treating or hardening a massive batch of knives. They're in the oven right now. Got another batch here just about ready. But we are working on refinishing Troy's knife. Now some of you guys, or I bet a lot of you guys will know Troy Bullock, 13 Prevail. He has a YouTube channel, bushcrafter, outdoorsman, spends a lot of time at his log cabin. He's been out to Alberta now working for the summer season, as he often does. When he comes home in the fall to his beautiful family, he gets to start putting up content again for us. So I'm looking forward to watching some of that, as I'm sure you guys are as well. Now we built Troy a custom knife just last year called the Prevail. Now we have sold a lot of Prevails since then. It's become quite a popular pattern. But we designed and built that for Troy, and it is been sent in right now, and we are doing kind of a cleanup and refinishing job. Looks like Troy has really put this knife through the ringer, put it through some hard testing. Looks great. I love seeing that finish on there. Let's take a look on the bench. So I've already started tidying up the handle and some of the surface rust and that. Of course I use 01 carbon steel, which is a very high carbon content, so it will rust if I mean, you can really combat it well and you can keep it from rusting, but if left in any moisture it can rust. And I believe Troy accidentally had a real wet outing once early when he got the knife, brought it home, kind of forgot about it, and had some light rust, surface rust the next day or the next time he pulled it out or something. We just wire wheeled that, and that's usually all it takes. That brings it back to a nice, back to that like blued finish, basically like a gun barrel bluing. This was a forged finish knife, so that's why we have a lot of mixing in the pattern, but you're also seeing some staining and stuff, which I really appreciate about steels like 01 steels or carbon steels, is that you get to see wear over time. It's not just this boring, monotonous tool. It starts to take on a life of its own, and that's exactly what this knife has done. We're going to, I just gave a scuff on a couple edges of the handle that had appeared there, just because this is a four-part handle design, so it had moved just the slightest amount. So I just filed that in smooth. We'll give that a quick buff, clean those tangs up. I just gave them a quick light hand sand. They're looking beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful knife? We'll sharpen it, we'll condition the sheath. Again, here's where you can see that that this knife has been used. Isn't that beautiful? Check right here. Prototype 1. This was the very first Prevail at the shop here. We'll clean up the sheath as well. Take care of it for him. A little bit of compound here, medium compound. So I'm going to need a new wheel on there. Ah, that's looking nice and tidy. Beautiful. When you're cleaning up a knife like this, or maintaining it, or giving a light refinishing, you don't want to remove all character or every semblance of use. I see there's some scratches along right here, a couple of little nicks in the micarta finish. That's fine, I want that. My own personal custom. I have a Puko style. I give it a cleanup, I maintain it. If I get any rust, I give it a little surface white, but I don't want to sand everything out, and if I get a nick in my handle, sand that out and repolish the handle. You want that stuff over time. What do you guys think? What's your opinion? Do you always want your knife to look like new, so that in 50 or 60 years time your knife looks like it was just pulled off the factory? Just left the shop, wherever you get your knives? Or do you want it to look like it's been worn to your hands and gained some shape? Everyone has their preferences. I'm not judging either way. I'm just saying what I like. Let's give those edges a little clean up. You can do this by hand too, just a little sandpaper. We'll just scuff those right in, just give it another little burnish. Give it a quick little clean up here. Clean out the stitch line. Beautiful. Doesn't take a whole lot with a nice piece of leather just to bring the richness back into it. Nice. We've got some mink oil embedded in here. This is my mink oil treatment brush. So just giving it a scrub like that is just mashing some of that mink oil, just getting it deep into the pores of that leather. That's my Newfoundlander coming out. This nice piece of leather sheet. Let's edge coat it this time for him too. Kind of a toss-up. Burnishing looks just as good. Burnishing takes more time. And of course burnishing is still leather. So edge coat creates kind of like a hard, sort of a painted or acrylic shell to the edge. And the edge is most susceptible to moisture. So good coating to have. I use this on most of my sheaths now. Okay, now the last step, while that bit of edge coat there is drying, we're going to put an edge back on this thing, and it's actually still quite sharp. I'm not sure what, maybe Troy will comment down below. I'm not sure what Troy has done in regards to sharpening it, but it's obviously been used pretty good, but it's still, the edge is in great shape. No chips, no rolls, little bit of dulling up near the tip. So we'll scratch that back in. That's the only reason I'm using this, starting with this coarser Kuramaku here. It's just to make it a little bit quicker up near the tip where it's dulled a little bit more. Okay, let's check our edge. We're good all along here. We'll scratch it back in just to even it out, but it's only up near the tip. So as I mentioned in the past, in cases like this, I wouldn't work the whole blade evenly. I'm going to focus my effort, at least to start, right up on that nose. Beautiful. Already forming an apex. Combination of good steel, good heat treat, and good sharpening stones. Yeah, so we're back to an apex there now. Just get a few more passes there. passes on the rest of the blade to even it up. Let's grease up the shaft and glass stone here. This is the 1000. Now, just a quick finish up on the 4000. This edge is crispy. Just putting a little polish on it, just a little bit. Oh yeah. Lovely little edge polish there now. That 4000, I just hit it with a strop just for a second. It's just a beautiful polish. Nice edge, of course, for Troy to work with. We'll head back in that sheath and it'll be shipped back out. And that's it, guys. We are done. And Troy, buddy, I'll be looking forward to some content at the cabin. Hopefully slicing up some moose or some rabbit. Troy's always cooking up something in that cabin. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you go check out Troy's channel. I'll try to link it there somewhere below. Head over to my website. Check out my knife stock if you're looking at getting yourself a quality heirloom tool. Really appreciate you watching. Make sure to leave me a comment down below. Subscribe if it's your first time here. We'll see you in the next video.